First ingredient, ground yellow corn, chicken byproduct meal, corn gluten meal. Although this food really looks to be beautiful and something you'd be interested in nourishing your pet with, my recommendation is to avoid it.
The pet food industry is telling us what to feed our pets, really more based on what they want to sell us than what's necessarily good for the pet. So no corn, no wheat, no soy.
After many years of R&D, we have found that corn is still the best available source of carbohydrate.
Those are the things that cause overweight, diabetes, arthritis, chronic skin infections, allergies. Corn and wheat have become so subsidized and so cheap. It's a super cheap way to make a food for somebody who can't say no.
More than 60 million packages were taken off store shelves last month because they apparently contained wheat gluten that was tainted with the chemical melamine.
They thought they were purchasing a certain protein product called wheat gluten, when in fact they were buying wheat flour that had been laced with cyanuric acid and melamine in order to pass it off as wheat gluten.
That was a betrayal of trust.
They don't care about me. They care about my money.
You have well-meaning, lovely veterinarians recommending foods not because they have sound nutritional background, but because that's all that they know. And in 100 years' time, we have successfully convinced an entire generation of pet lovers that why would you feed anything but dog food or cat food?
If you think that bag of premium, healthy, organic pet food you're buying from the store is good for your pet to eat, you might want to look again. My name is Kristen Ledlow, and I'm certified in pet nutrition, and I'm also a national vice president with a company called Pet Club 24/7. And after I learned that many of the products that are out there are dangerous for our pets, I couldn't help but become a voice for those who can't speak for themselves. Over 6 years ago, I was just a pet parent doing my best. I was giving my pets what I was told was healthy, but it was actually harming them. I was believing lies about what was good for them, and I wasn't given all of the facts. And I didn't know that there were natural resources that could help them live longer and feel better. I knew of no major pet company that was researching what was actually best for my pet or teaching me the truth. And then a really good friend shared information with me that was honest and resources that are actually beneficial. And now I want to share with you what I know about being a better pet parent. Most people don't know that the foods, treats, and toys that we're giving our pets every day might be making them sick. And this is a painful problem for our pets. Have you noticed that more and more of our pets every year have hip and joint issues, diabetes, allergies, seizures, tumors, anxiety, arthritis, heart and kidney failure, and are developing autoimmune diseases that are causing hair loss and eyesight and hearing loss? And of course, worst of all, more of our pets are getting cancer. So it's time that we begin to ask ourselves why this has been happening and how this is possible. If you're interested in finding the answers to those questions, there's a documentary called Pet Fooled that takes a look into the pet supply industry. And they found that the majority of these cases are actually stemming from exposure to the foods, treats, and toys that our pets are chewing and ingesting. As you saw from the trailer at the beginning of this video, a lot of manufacturers and companies have been taking shortcuts and have been exchanging quality ingredients for fillers because it's an incredibly profitable industry for them. 70% of US households have at least one pet, and the average household spends over $126 a month on their pet. So every year, the pet industry revenue is over $124 billion. And just so you know how large that is, it's more than the skincare, beauty, and weight loss industries combined. And this industry is continuing to grow as pets become more and more important to us. Morgan Stanley projects that the pet supply industry will triple to a $280 billion industry by 2030 because our pets are our family. More millennials are getting pets today instead of having children. They're filling that void with their pets. These are some funny images of what people are posting on social media. This is a real thing that's happening. It's one of my favorite trends. And as we're becoming more aware of what's been happening in the pet supply industry, people are starting to get educated and are waking up. They're looking for online private brands that they can trust. They realize that they might be receiving false advertising and false marketing, and there are some brands and companies that might be manipulating them. They're also looking to understand the ingredients list. They're even feeding their pets 8 to 10 treats a day because they're understanding the importance of variety in our pets' diets. So now that we know what has been happening and we can clearly see where the pet supply industry is going, We are tired of watching our pets suffer unnecessarily, and we are on a mission to keep our best friends around longer and also change the way that pets and their parents are being treated. So we decided that the path of least resistance is to be the change that we want to see in the world. That's why we're locking arms, we're getting together, we're educating people, and we're sharing with them changes that they can make today to keep their pets happy and healthy and out of the vet's office, and hopefully with them longer with a better quality of life. And we believe that we can disrupt multiple industries by just reaching out person to person and changing the world one pet and one person at a time. Over the last several years, I've seen tremendous change, and I've never been a part of something more powerful or more rewarding as what I'm experiencing with Pet Club 24/7. But as we've been sharing this information with people, the biggest challenge that we run into is that most pet parents are not nutritionists. We're just doing the best that we can with what we know. I run into people all the time who are devastated once they realize what the core problem was for their pet and why they've been experiencing what they're experiencing. And they take that responsibility on themselves because our pets don't have a voice. We are their voice. They are dependent on us to make decisions on what's best for them. So I don't ever want anyone to feel bad for that situation because it's happened to all of us, and it's not our fault that we didn't know what we didn't know. But the good news is that we can turn things around for the better, and we can really change the trajectory of where things are going. So it's important that we're giving our pets products that are specifically designed to promote health, longevity, and happiness for our pets. And most importantly, we want to provide natural relief for them and give them access to all of the resources that have ancestrally been available for them. So when you're shopping for your pets, here are some things to look for. First, make sure that anything you give your pets is made with human-grade whole foods in human-grade commercial kitchens. If it's not something you're willing to eat yourself or put in your own mouth, I don't recommend giving it to your pet. That's how much you should trust the brands that you're purchasing. We also want to make sure that they're made and sourced in the United States. Many of the ingredients are being imported, even from the higher-end brands. And when they're independently tested, they're finding high levels of radiation or heavy metals in them. So make sure that the products that you're giving your pets are thoughtfully and intentionally sourced. We want to make sure there are no animal byproducts. These are unclean meat sources that could include euthanized animals, roadkill, or even animals that are too sick for human consumption. These protein sources can be sold to pet food manufacturers at a discount. We also want to make sure there are no carcinogens. Many pet food manufacturers flash cook their kibble at very high temperatures, around 400 degrees, to make more food faster and increase their productivity. And one of the byproducts of this cooking process is carcinogens, which is why so many of our pets are getting cancers. And these harmful byproducts don't have to be listed anywhere because they weren't initially present in the ingredients before they started cooking it. Also, no preservatives, no sugars or chemicals to make our pets addicted to the product or create dependencies. No fillers or dyes or anything synthetic. No allergens, nothing genetically modified like wheat, corn, or soy. And most importantly, we want to provide them with the natural support that their bodies deserve. And I'll explain the 3 major reasons why natural support is crucial, and also share with you some effective and affordable resources that are available today to provide that support. Natural support is more important today than it's ever been because many of our pets have a weakened immune system. And there are several variables contributing to this, like the processed foods we feed them, chemicals we clean with and put in our yard that go directly into their bloodstreams through their paw pads and noses and tongues, poor air quality, poor water quality. Because these immune systems are compromised, 1 out of 1.65 pets gets cancer. Tumors are becoming more prevalent. We see never-ending eye infections, ear infections, gum diseases, and decaying teeth are on the rise. And arthritis and chronic pain are becoming more and more prevalent. And while animal narcotics can be helpful for relieving that pain short-term, long-term, it's causing irreversible damage to their organs. 1 out of 3 pets develops allergies, which can cause streaking eyes, bad odors, itchy skin, and hot spots. Many times, pet parents are using human allergy medications on their pet, which can be costly for you and harmful for your pet long term, or they have to get a shot every month or every other month. More of our pets are having seizures, and 1 out of 5 pets are developing autoimmune diseases, leading to chronic pain, fur loss, eyesight loss, and hearing loss. So your pet's immune system is key to keeping their body strong so that it can fight back, because it's the body's first defense against small ailments like the common cold or flu, all the way up to the most catastrophic ailments. Your pet's immune system is their best veterinarian, just like your own immune system is your best doctor. It knows exactly what's wrong. It knows exactly what to do to fix it, but most of the time, it's so weak that it's unable to work to its full potential. So we should be doing everything within our power to help keep our pet's immune system supported. Now, thankfully, there's a lot of research that's been done on a mushroom that supports the immune system and modulates it to optimal levels. It's called the Coriolis versicolor mushroom. It's been heavily studied for over 20 years, and there are over 400 published animal and human clinical trials and studies that have been done worldwide from the top institutes like Sloan Kettering, MD Anderson Cancer Center, Harvard University. That's just to name a couple of them. But they found that the Coriolis versicolor mushroom supports the immune system. And what's extraordinary about this mushroom is that over the last 20 years that they've been studying it, they found that it doesn't interact with any medications or treatments. There are no side effects. It's not addictive, and you can't overdose. The only adverse reaction occurs when there's an allergy to mushrooms present. So this truly is a gift that's been supporting the immune systems for both animals and people and bringing wellness back into our homes. We do have research articles that are linked to third-party studies that have been published in the National Library of Medicine if you're interested in learning more about this mushroom. If you're curious to see what the Coriolis versicolor mushroom is able to do for your pet, Pet Club 24/7 takes their proprietary strain, which is the most potent strain, and they add it into treats along with glucosamine and carotene and chondroitin to support hip and joint health. And this creates a great way to get it into your pet's system daily. I don't know if you've ever tried to give your pet a pill before, but a lot of times it can be challenging. They spit the pill back out and you're at square one again. So it's much more fun for you and for your pets to give them a treat. So they bake the Coriolis versicolor mushroom into dog biscuits called the Mush Puppies. I'd love to share Zenta's experience with you.
She's 16 years old, and 2 years ago, we got a diagnosis for Zenta as her pod pads were peeling off, that she has an autoimmune disease. The vet said just make her comfortable until her organs give out in a few months, or we can just go ahead and relieve her of her miseries now. And so we just didn't feel like it was time. So we posted on social media. We were very sad, of course. A great friend came by and said, look, I think that this might be helpful for Zenta. We said, Coriolis versa, what? We started giving them to Zenta, just these little biscuits, and thinking, okay, we can't hurt, right? And at least she'll be treated well. Well, little did we know, 4 days later, Zenta's jumping on the couch. So we started really taking note, and within a week, we were already backing down on her medications, and here we are today. Zenta is completely medicine-free. 2 years later, she just went on a desert hike with us yesterday for 5 miles and did absolutely amazing. So we're so grateful to Pet Club 24/7 for giving her absolute quality of life over these last 2 years. It's been amazing, and we can't wait to see what's in store for us in the future.
Now, they also add it to a handmade gravy for dogs and cats called the Super Sauce. All you do is mix a little bit of this Super Sauce in with their food every day, and it will not only give them the Coriolis versicolor mushroom and several of the minerals, vitamins, and antioxidants they need, but it will also add variety into their diets. I would love to share Penny Lane's experience with you.
You told me to get Super Sauce for my kitty. She is 17, and they said that she had a tumor in her bladder, and I just got back from the vet and I'm like happy crying. They said that the tumor in her bladder is almost completely gone, and I've been giving her that Super Sauce all the time, like twice a day. I doubled the amount like you said, and I am just so beyond happy. Thank you so much. I love you. Like, thank you for telling me to get this.
They also provide the Mojos, which are pieces of hand-cut beef liver with the mushroom for all carnivores. And they bake it into tasty horse cakes called the Mush Ponies. I would love to share Odie's experience with you.
Mush ponies are so exciting for us because we have a mounted patrol officer here in Boulder City named Odie. Odie's a 19-year-old horse. He suffers from Cushing's. Cushing's affects the way he walks. It affects his gait. We started Odie on mush ponies, and 4 days later, his owner called us and said, I can't believe how much better he's walking. Where do I get more? I'm so excited to say that 3 weeks later, Odie was filmed in Las Vegas with Shania Twain walking the strip like a champ. We're so excited about mush ponies and what it can do for all of our equine friends.
Now, they also have options available for humans who'd like to take advantage of the benefits of mushrooms. You can get the Inforce capsules that you can actually pop open and use the powder inside. So if your pet has a special diet, you can mix in that powder with their food so they're still able to get the Coriolis versicolor mushroom into their systems. The Inforce Plus is the Coriolis versicolor mushroom and a little bit of the reishi mushroom, which is an alkalinizing mushroom that can be helpful for blood pressure and blood sugar support. The Inforce Restore is the maitake mushroom, which may be helpful for liver and pancreas support. The Inforce Clarity is the lion's mane mushroom, which can be helpful for brain and nerve support, digestive support, and also weight loss. And they also provide the Coriolis Creek coffee, which is freshly roasted and ground when it's ordered. So we're able to enjoy the freshest, most delicious cup of coffee with the immune supporting Coriolis versicolor mushroom in it for less than 50 cents a cup. And the coffee also goes well with the Coriolis Creek chocolate chip cookies, which are delicious as well. But we're on a mission to get this mushroom into every single household that we possibly can because the studies are there and we have so many positive experiences. Another reason natural support is important is because many of our pets today are experiencing a lack of minerals in their diets, and this is leading to heart and kidney failure and also digestive blockages. Have you noticed that when your dog goes outside, a lot of times they like to chew on rocks or wood or grass or dirt even? That's because their bodies are craving the minerals that can be found laying on the ground in nature. Now, antlers are a great source for essential minerals. They're excellent for your pet's teeth and coat. They help with the health of their joints and organs, especially their hearts and kidneys. And they're non-allergenic and 100% natural. They go straight from the ground into your pet's mouth. And because deer and elk naturally shed their antler every year, no animals are ever harmed. We do have a research article on our website that shows why many of the toys that we've traditionally given our pets can actually be dangerous for them. Because as they're chewing on them, they're swallowing bits and pieces of it. And so we're finding bleach stuffing, styrofoam, pieces of plastic or tennis balls, and heavily dyed and processed nylon and cotton fibers that are shredding their digestive system. And unless they're able to pass those objects on their own or they have an emergency surgery, those objects are now stuck inside of their bodies for the rest of their lives, slowly poisoning them from the inside out. And even the options that you feel would be more natural, like bones, pig ears, and rawhides, are heavily processed. They have glues and bleaches and harsh coloring and preservatives like formaldehyde that are very toxic for our pets. And worst of all, the way that they're harvested is horribly inhumane. If you do some research, you'll be shocked to find out what companies are doing. So we're on a mission to end these unethical practices by educating pet parents and removing the demand as best as we can. We're very concerned about the treatment of animals, and we owe it to them to be conscious and intentional with where we're spending our money and who and what we're supporting. If you want to give your pets toys that are healthier for them, Pet Club 24/7 offers natural grade A and B antler splits and pull toys using untreated hemp rope. Most of the antlers sold in stores is C or chalk grade, which can make the product brittle or messy or stinky. And sometimes they're even staining the antler with furniture stain to give the appearance that it's fresh. The antler splits and pull toys are mineral rich. So when your pets swallow bits and pieces of it, it's actually good for their systems. And no animals are ever harmed or mistreated in the processing of them. Now, they also bake antler powder into treats called the Bucky Bites that your pets can enjoy daily just to make sure they're getting these essential minerals into their system. These treats also contain glucosamine and carotene and chondroitin for additional hip and joint health. I would love to share Roxanne's story with you.
I have Roxanne, and she's just precious. And she was actually hit by a car in Mexicali. And Roxanne was set to be euthanized for that reason because she had to have her back legs removed. And in the process, though, we found out that Roxanne was in complete kidney failure. I started giving Roxanne the Bucky Bites, the Mush Puppies, and I have her blood work done every year because, you know, we want to monitor just what stage she was in the kidney failure. I was so excited because Roxanne actually is not in kidney failure anymore. I really plan on having her a lot longer. And she feels so good now, I can actually take her in her wheelchair to the end of my driveway and back, which is a pretty long driveway. And before, she really couldn't even stay in it for more than, 5 minutes. So she's going to be around a long time.
Now, lastly, many of our pets today have poor nutrition. 80% of us have our pets on a dry food diet because it's more convenient and more affordable. And while it's not the optimal diet, it's what the majority of us are doing. Unfortunately, several of the lower end manufacturers are using animal byproducts instead of clean meat sources and are adding genetically modified fillers like sugar, wheat, corn, and soy added into the food. And that's what's contributing to the 6 million new cases of pet diabetes every single year in the United States. And it's also contributing to the obesity problem that we're experiencing. Even some of the higher end dog food brands have created solutions that are made with clean meat sources and organic ingredients. And sometimes we're paying 2 to 3 times more for these high end brands. But unfortunately, several of the ingredients are being imported, so they're not pure. And the FDA found that many manufacturers are using cheap protein fillers like peas, beans, and lentils in volumes that are too high for our pets. And that might be contributing to the heart condition called DCM that's making their hearts leak. It is very important we're being intentional with the foods we're giving our pets. Make sure the food adheres to the AAFCO guidelines, which are the strictest guidelines, and make sure that they're all natural universal blends that are intended for all breeds at all life stages. Avoid preservatives. Many times dry food with no preservatives will be packaged in smaller bags to maintain freshness. On average, from the time that pet food is manufactured to the time that it goes into your house, it's been 3 to 5 years. That's how many preservatives are in the dry foods that are out on the market. Make sure it's baked at low temperatures so there are no carcinogens or any of the other harmful byproducts that are present in most dry pet foods from the store. Only use clean meat sources so you can have the peace of mind knowing that what you're feeding your pets does not contain any of those hidden elements. Avoid sugars, chemicals, and fillers, so there's nothing for us to worry about as pet parents. Now, a good test that you can do to make sure that your pet food doesn't have any fillers in it is to take a piece of the kibble and drop it into water. If it expands, that means there are fillers in it. When there are fillers in your pet food, imagine what's happening in their stomach when they eat their dry food and then instantly go chug water to try to rehydrate themselves. All of that food is now expanding inside of their stomachs, and it can be really uncomfortable for them and sometimes even make them sick. We have a research article on our website that will share with you specifically what to avoid when you're purchasing dry food for your pet. But in response to these issues, Pet Club 24/7 has worked with the most talented pet nutritionists in the country, and they've developed the Sequoia dry, canned, and freeze-dried food. Now, I've done extensive research, and this is the only brand that I trust enough to eat myself. We add naturally sourced prebiotics and probiotics to our dry and canned food, and our freeze-dried food contains the immune-supporting Coriolis versicolor mushroom, as well as mineral-rich antler powder. I'd like to share Bubba's experience with you.
This is our family dog, Bubba. He is a Shorty Jack Russell, and he brings a lot of love and laughter into our home. We just want to thank Pet Club for making healthy food and treats for our animals. Bubba has been on Pet Club food for a little over a year now. He really likes the Sequoia dry food, and then I put a scoop of the Sequoia wet dog food in there with some hot water and stir it up, and he absolutely loves it. And he likes the Mush Puppies, but his ultimate favorite is the antlers. Those keep him busy for a really long time, and he really likes them. It makes us feel really good that the food and treats that we give him have healthy ingredients in them because we want him to be around for a really long time. Our previous dog was a lab, and His name was Titus, and we fed him in bulk, and we would just get his food from the big box grocery stores. And unfortunately, that food wasn't very healthy for him, and he ended up getting cancer and passing away. So we didn't want to make that mistake with Bubba. So we were really fortunate to find Pet Club and find some really healthy food for him to eat. So we would just like to thank Pet Club, and we just really appreciate the healthy food that they make so we can keep this guy around as long as we can.
At Pet Club 24/7, we're committed to all animals and their well-being. So as people purchase these products we've recommended, a portion of our profits go to organizations that support animal welfare, like the Beagle Freedom Project. You can visit their website at bfp.org to learn more about how they're helping to free lab animals around the world. I hope that this information has been helpful for you and you've learned some tips and have been made more aware of several of the resources and natural options that are available for you, especially if you've been praying or looking for a solution or something better. One thing that we know is that well-informed people make better decisions, and that is what we want to encourage and inspire pet parents to do, is make better decisions for their pet's health and even sometimes for their own health, because when we feel better, we can take better care of them. Now, the last thing that I want to leave you with is something that I am very passionate about. We are looking for 1 million voices, and we're willing to reward those who help us share this message so that we can make a huge social impact. We're looking for good people who want to stand up with us, say enough is enough, and really change the way that things are done for the better. So if our mission and our message resonates with you, we encourage you to make a positive difference in this world by becoming a brand advocate and helping us advocate for health. Most people love their pets and they want to do what's best for them. So why not be rewarded for making life better for both pets and people? It makes a lot of sense. So Pet Club 24/7 gives us the option to set up our own personalized Pet Club 24/7 link. And every time we refer people to these better choices through our link, they generously give us a commission for that referral. There are no requirements to purchase products, no quotas or thresholds, and no inventory that we have to carry. All we do is share this information, we educate others and refer them to these better options. And for less than $15 a month, Pet Club 24/7 takes care of our website, shopping cart, order fulfillment, customer service, digital business card, an app and marketing resources, and all of our back office management tools. This is a great way to be rewarded for becoming a part of the solution. Now, we're also looking for leaders who would like to help us build an army of brand advocates. So if this has really lit a fire in your spirit, we would encourage you to become a brand influencer, which will open up additional rewards for you. Now, there are two ways to become a brand influencer. Either take advantage of our CPD accredited pet nutrition certification course that is accepted globally and industry-wide, or enjoy one of our business builder packs to equip you to make an even greater impact, where you can receive up to 30% in free product and also some helpful marketing materials. This is an incredible program that's been putting so many families in more positive situations just because they decided to stand up and be a voice for those who can't speak for themselves. And I think we can all agree that we have to work anyway. So why not do work that's meaningful to us, where we feel like we're making a difference while we're making a living? We are developing a strong community all throughout the world who are doing tremendous things and creating a huge social impact. And we're very proud of all that we've been able to accomplish. And even more so, we're looking forward to what we're going to be able to accomplish moving forward by disrupting multiple industries for the better. Now, there is more information on all of the commissions and bonuses you can earn through the Pet Club 24/7 rewards program if you or someone you know is interested in learning more. Thank you so much for giving us your time and your attention. Those are the most valuable things that you own. So it tells us a lot about who you are and what's important to you. We're on a mission to get these solutions into every single home that we possibly can. So please share this movement, because you never know what someone might be praying for. If you feel like any of these products we recommended might be helpful for you, you can click the Shop Now button below. Or if you're interested in learning more about becoming a brand advocate or brand influencer and setting up your own link for $14.99 to earn rewards when you and other people you know would like to try these products, click the Pet Club 24/7 rewards button below. Once your link is set up, it's active immediately, and you will receive a welcome email with instructions and more details on how we earn rewards with Pet Club 24/7. If you have any questions, please reach out to us. We have a passionate and skilled team of people who are happy to help. So if you're like us, you want your pets to be happier and healthier for years and years to come. So I would encourage anyone who's interested in keeping their pets healthier and helping them fight back against a lot of the nagging issues like itching or infections, smelly breath or odors, constant pain or exhaustion, among other things, to try the Pet Club 24/7 products because they are specifically designed to help with these things. We are getting so much positive feedback from people who are trying these products, and there are countless testimonials as pet parents are sharing what they're experiencing with all of their friends and family members. You're able to spend as little as 60 cents a day to keep your pets healthy. Think of the hundreds of dollars people spend on veterinary bills or thousands of dollars on costly surgeries. That is so expensive and can be really painful for pets. And yet, in many cases, a lot of these veterinary problems could have been avoided by simply giving our pets the proper natural support. So why not make a simple decision to give our pets' bodies the support that they need? If you don't see the results you expected, you're able to receive a full refund, so there's no risk. We hope you'll start implementing these natural solutions to give your pets the natural wellness they deserve and become a part of the movement that's changing the way that pets and their parents are being treated. Congratulations on watching this video, and let me be the first to welcome you to the greatest pet and pet parent wellness family by taking this first step to learn more about how to give the body the natural support it deserves.